It's the World Cup, but it's 2026, and we're aiming to cause some upsets with Suriname. In our last international episode, we watched in awe as Suriname waltzed their way through World Cup qualifying and ended up in a group with Australia and France. Well, it was going to be tough whoever we got. So between the draw itself in December and the tournament itself in the summer, we had a few friendlies to play. Paraguay were the highest ranked team who could be bothered to play us, so we headed down to Asuncion to earn a credible 3-3 draw. All the goals coming from Robinhood boys, I might add. We hosted Syria a few days later, earning a 1-0 win. Probably should have won by more, but Sylvian Cherry cementing his place further as first choice striker. As the World Cup got closer, we were lucky enough to have all of our key players available for the final squad. Cherry would be the main man from Robinhood, having built up an impressive international goal scoring record so far in his young career. But don't forget Jaimilio Pinas when it comes to Robinhood attacking talent in the Suriname squad. While he's not a star player, he has contributed key goals for club and country over the last few years. Nathan Markello was the other likely starter from Robinhood in that right back role, and as usual, we would be looking to veterans such as Sean Kleiber, now plying his trade with Pumas in Mexico, and versatile wing-back Damil Dankulu, who arrived off the back of winning the championship with Brentford, and goalkeeper Warner Hahn, also coming from a promotionship-winning championship campaign with Burnley. So with this collection of players from the not-quite-so-elite level of world football, who would we play in our warm-up friendlies? Well, first up would be Croatia to provide top-level European opposition as we prepared for that big game with France, and also New Zealand, because it's basically the same thing as Australia, right?
I'm from Australia. Yes.
I did not expect much more than possibly a morale-destroying heavy defeat from the game against Croatia, and well, I was pleasantly surprised. A defeat, yes, but encouragement coming from a few areas. First of all, it was only 2-1, and going by the stats, we put in quite a decent performance. And just look at the goal that we scored. Just as we had done against Mexico the year before in the 2025 Gold Cup, we passed the ball around beautifully, culminating in a close-range strike from who else but Robinhood wonder kid Sylvian Cherry. And we almost snatched a draw late on, but Jaimilio Pinas' strike was unfortunately ruled out for offside. We then took that confidence into the New Zealand game, and it showed. We were rampant in the second half, firing in 4 goals without reply, and they were bloody good goals too, capped off by this absolute screamer from Jaimilio Pinas. 4-0, a fantastic win. Confidence riding high after 2 fine performances, so we are going to get slaughtered in this World Cup, aren't we? Like and subscribe to give us some much needed luck. The 48-team monstrosity that will be the World Cup from 2026 onwards meant that we would have to wait an entire week from the time of the first game for our opening match with France. A team stacked with all kinds of hot young talents from FM22, now into their collective primes, including that 27-year-old Real Madrid forward, Kylian Mbappe. Sprinkle in a few veterans like N'Golo Kante, Paul Pogba, and a Griezmann looking for one last shot at glory before retiring, and, well, leave a comment with your score predictions for that one. There were no major surprises in the opening games, though it was nice to see Suriname B-Team, the Netherlands, getting off to a winning start against China. Fellow ABCS representatives Curaçao crashed hard against Austria, before also losing to Ivory Coast, meaning they were eliminated before we had even played a game. Which means we lasted longer out of the ABCS nations at this World Cup, thus reasserting our dominance. In the opening game in Group P, France needed an injury time goal to beat Australia, despite absolutely dominating. Have to admit, this was a bit of a disappointing result for us. I was hoping for France to hammer Australia, thus opening up a bit of a goal difference gap that we might be able to take advantage of. But all eyes would now turn to our game with France. 81,070 eyes, in fact, at the Estadio Azteca. So I think this game deserves some live commentary. I'm appropriately dressed. The team's been selected. We've gone through the team talk. So let's hit kick-off. Wish me luck. Oh, this is just like the old days, isn't it? We're underway, Suriname at the World Cup. Now, it's perhaps a mistake, but I have gone with our positive attacking formation. We're down already, right? I was just about to say it helped us hammer New Zealand. It almost did the trick against Croatia, but maybe against France, not the best choice. It's 2 minutes and we're already a goal down. Is that guy Mbappe again setting it up? Oof. Here we go. It's Theo Hernandez. Are they going to add a second before we've even got 10 minutes on the clock? Oh no, they've got the space to turn, and there we go. Coman. Oh, come on, referee, do us a favour. I've got my fingers crossed. Come on, VAR. Come on. Ooh, it's dramatic. Wait, I think it's going to be chalked off. No, it's been awarded. After all that, you think they'd at least disallow it. Sympathy. Oh, we're into another highlight straight from kickoff. Is this the start of the golden Suriname comeback? Kleiber dispossessed. He plays in Mexico as well. Luckily, Mbappe misses. You think Kleiber would, he'd be used to this kind of environment. And here we go. It's France again, and it's 3-0 without 15 minutes on the clock. We are going to have to ditch this positive formation. We'll go for the balanced one. It might not make a huge amount of difference, but because, you see, this is a problem. France beat Australia 1-0. So that means if we lose more than 1-0, we have to beat Australia in our final game to stand any chance of getting out of the group. But anyway, let's see. Well, it's possibly going to be worse than 3-0. Luckily, we've pulled off the save there. We haven't had a shot yet. It's not like against Mexico at the Gold Cup last year. But is there a goal coming before half-time? Yes, Coman again. Second of the day for him. Oh no. Right, we did get a shot in there somewhere after that fourth goal. We didn't see it, unfortunately, but yeah, not going well so far. Okay, so just one change at half-time. We brought on Robinhood youngster Giovanni Paddy for the aging Tavrede. He was ineffective. The wing-backs were particularly poor in that first half as well. It looks like France have eased off a bit. I think they're happy that they've got the game won. They've secured passage to the next round in first place. Can we get a goal here? Ooh, Pinas with the chance. We finally got a highlight for Suriname. So that's something. That's an achievement at this World Cup. It looks like it may go on to lead to goal number 5 for France. We're just going to have to wait and see. They do like to tease us with it, don't they? Passing it out of the back like that. But come on. Come on, boys. Let's at least keep the scoreline down. We don't want to go 5 down here. It's Mbappe in his prime. Whips the cross to the far post. Woo-hoo, what a save from Han. He learnt that in the championship with Burnley. Right, into the final 10 minutes. Can we at least claim a victory of sorts in having a goalless second half? We'll take that. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. There's going to be an injury time highlight. It's that man Mbappe again. He switched flanks. Oh, have we got a chance for a Suriname break? No. No, immediately shut down. Coman going for the hat-trick. Luckily, he doesn't get it. That's full time. What a match. All right, so we've skipped ahead to the final day of matches in the group stage. We're actually up first, even though we're in Group P against Australia. I'm just looking, is there any hope from the groups that have finished already? Any surprise results? Any surprise qualifiers? Looking at the CONCACAF teams, we see Paraguay there are already out. China with a -11 goal difference. Canada couldn't make it through either. Saudi Arabia, Uzbekistan, they were expected to finish bottom of their groups, and they did. Cameroon, Guinea, New Zealand. Yeah, I think pretty much every group that we see so far. Perhaps Jamaica. There's a little glimmer of hope there. As a CONCACAF nation, they got through ahead of Ukraine. Mexico through as well, but they're, co-hosts. Curacao out. Yeah, so it's not looking too promising for us, is it? So we're not going to go into positive attacking mode like we did against France. We dropped it back to balanced. We pushed Pal out onto the wing. We've got Kleiber in the right back position. Marcelo I've benched because he was shocking in the last game. Did my best with the team talk to emphasise that we're underdogs and just go for it. Motivated half of them. So here we go. What could be the final game of the series? If we do win and go through, I'll do the second round match as a separate episode and kind of epilogue of sorts, but in the very likely event that we lose out here, this will potentially be the end of the series. Now, this is something where I think this new format for the World Cup is going to be ridiculous. I mean, here, Australia have lost. We've lost much more heavily. So there's no incentive. Oh, as they go close. I was just going to say there's no incentive for Australia to do anything here. 0-0 suits them perfectly. And then they would go through to the second round with 1 point, having scored no goals and conceded 1, which is just ridiculous. But, they nearly score there. Have we given away a penalty? The referee's going to consult VAR. This is what we needed to happen in our favour. We needed a sneaky penalty. The penalty's been given. We just made our job much harder for ourselves. It'd been a quiet game up to this point. Lecky's going to take it. Hand saves, and Lecky misses the rebound. Could that be a turning point for us here? We get a highlight straight from the goal kick. Maybe luck is on our side after all. Maybe if we can go up the other end and we can get a penalty and tuck it in and then just sit deep, then we could be going through. All it takes is a goal. And Suriname go through. Okay, so halftime in Monterrey, and it is 0-0. Australia with that penalty. They've got the high XG. We haven't really created much. We haven't had a shot on target yet in this tournament. That needs to change. Right, I'm wondering about Cherry at this point. He's only on a 6.3. He's kind of frozen on the big stage. So we'll give him a few minutes, 15 minutes or so, then we might move Pinas into the striking role and shift things around elsewhere. Let's get an early encourage shout out there. Come on, Suriname. We've got this. Here we go. Dankelou to Paul. Come on, get that ball into the box. Okay, we play it back to Pinas. Paddy, let's be patient. Let's be patient here. Let's try and work this in to a supreme scoring position. There we go. Dankelou with the space. He gets into Cherry. Cherry's hit the post. Cherry has hit the post. We said we'd give him 15 minutes. It nearly worked for us. Now that gives me a dilemma. Because, he's still only on a 6.3. Pinas is tired. He's motivated, but he's tired. This is going to be a difficult call. Okay, Pinas tiring, so we're going to bring on Lystek. We've also brought on Wilter, moved Pal into central midfield. Hopefully some injection of fresh legs and pace on the wings is going to do it for us. But still half an hour to play, so there's still a chance. 20 minutes to go. Australia start the highlight in a dangerous position. Okay, Paddy, get your foot on it. No, he's beaten to the ball by Devlin. No, this is where the dream might end. Boyle whips it in. Kleiber clears. Okay, here we go. Lystek just on as a substitute. Let's see what he can do. He can play it into Paddy, who gives it away. Right, and Arzani now. Han with the save again, but Armson with the follow-up. That all goes back to our young player Paddy in the centre of the park. He gave it away. And then that led directly to the move. I thought there when Han saved it, we'd done enough to avert the danger, but unfortunately not. All right, so we've made some changes. We're going to go 4-2-4. We've put everything that we can pretty much on attack. We've left a few things that we can do for a last throw of the dice. I know it's early doors, but we need 2 goals now. Here we go. We've got a corner. Pal's going to swing it in. Cherry, he was looking for at the back post. If we could have scored there, we could have set up a grandstand finish. But let's see what we get now. It comes to Goodmian. Dankelou, come on. You're supposed to be playing with urgency. That's it. Pump the ball forward. Didn't find its target, but it was the right idea at least. Now Australia looking to launch a counter-attack to kill off this threat from Suriname. Let's see, though. We've won it back. Tavrede, the veteran, trying to run through. He doesn't have the pace that he used to, but he scored a goal. He scored a goal. No, referee, don't disallow it. Don't disallow it. Come on, please, come on, VAR. You gave France a goal in the first game. You gave Australia a penalty. You owe us one. Bloody VAR. We had a goal at the World Cup. Come on. That benefit of the doubt to the attacker, please. And we thought we'd done it. We hit the post, and we had a goal disallowed there in that second half. But we crash out of the World Cup at the group stage. You did yourselves proud today, boys. There's not much more than that we can say. So there you go, Suriname, as expected, knocked out of the World Cup. But you know what? We had a good run with Suriname. Although we've lost these 2 matches today, if you go back through my entire history with this team, I checked beforehand, We only lost 10 matches in the entire 5 years that I was in charge. We got promotion to the top level of the North American Nations League. We got to the semi-finals of the Gold Cup. We won the ABCS Cup 3 times. I think we did pretty well. But yeah, as we said in the last episode, that is where we're going to wrap this series up, with Suriname having made it to the grandest stage of world football, put themselves on the world footballing map. But stay tuned to the channel. We've got plenty more content coming up around this year's World Cup. And now that this one's over, it's time to resurrect the International Manager of Mystery. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out the playlist from last year's series, and I'll see you again soon.